Play low can be sometimes very sensitive, so now I just play technically. I touch water ball, little bit English, and not too. This is a little bit too much ball, that's why white is too far and yellow is too slow. So this requires a lot of concentration because the touch is very difficult. And push very straight with a little bit English. Okay, this is better. Look at the white ball. And still the same, of course, I still depend. Oh, I touched the third ball for the position, you see? But this is kind of a nice way of playing. So it was one question which actually you can use by hitting the ball a little bit more. I will also show you another. If you touch, you can't even touch too much ball. But if you touch too much ball, there is a kiss danger. The white is coming here at the same time as the yellow. But I could play a lot of ball, still under the center, no English. But when I play a lot of ball, I need to play harder. You see? Kiss danger, okay, lucky. This is also an option for people who have a big stroke, who can give a big stroke, playing straight because very important. But you have to know there is a kiss danger of this position. So I have another question who came, which can be very interesting. The zigzag, accordion, long. So there is, most of the time, there are positions which have a perfect angle. Let me drink a little bit because talking too much. So I have a very nice angle, 1, 2, 3. The touch of the second ball should be a little bit less than half ball because you will play high. Most of the time you never put maximum English, just a little bit left, right. If you touch too much ball and you play high, I will show you, too much ball, you will have a curve, which will be very strange, the curve will be too quickly actually, look. And the ball will lose the speed, too much ball, you see? Still, if I play much harder, it's possible, but it was not really, feels very uncomfortable. So I put what I have to touch is a little bit less than half ball, and what I focus for the speed of my ball, this needs a lot of practice because to control this perfectly needs a lot of time. I want to have the curve, you see I play high, so the ball with the speed must do that one, come a little bit straight, and then the curve must be after the second cushion. So when I have one ball like this, 1, 2, 3, there is a big ball, it's okay. When I have this option, I make 1, 2, and then the curve is starting 3 and eventually 4 cushion. So, to my opinion, I always try to make 4 cushion because I know I can make 3 by playing 4, but if I play only 3 and I miss too much, I have not a second chance. So this is a little bit less than half ball. Let's say if I have a perfect angle, I play no English. I don't need any English. I will explain you after why I should put left or right English, but this one, almost absolutely no English. You see the curve, there is a little bit curve after this cushion. This is my speed, how I want to control my speed, that the curve will appear after the second cushion. So this was my, let's say, perfect angle. Look, if the red ball, no, it's not here, it will be more this way. I will not change my thickness, which is actually, let's say, easy to touch. It's a little bit less than half ball, maybe quarter even. Only thing I do, I put a little bit left English, which means that I will not come here. I will first come a little bit further and start a curve then. So that's why I put little bit left English. No, this is too much ball, not good. Very bad even. So, little bit English. You see, I have the curve after the two, maybe a little bit too hard. So, okay. So this is actually too much ball, that's why I'm too straight every time, 3 times too much ball. Too much talking, a little bit concentration, so a little bit less ball, little bit English, not too much. No, it's okay, you see? Okay. So this is the angle with no English. If I move this one here, and I can move this one, so it's still the same proportion, let's say. Now imagine my ball is here, and I have a little bit too much angle, like this. So I feel if I play the same, I can make the point even 1 cushion. So I have to come back a little bit here before I make my curve. So what I do now, I can put a little bit of reverse English, which means right. So instead of going further, I come a little bit back to the on this cushion. Same speed, same thickness. Actually, it needs a little bit of power, but power not a wild power, just a control power to keep the curve. So I put even a little bit more, and with the distance, actually the same, a little bit, not too much English, but a little bit more speed. You see, even, or a little bit more English, or even a little bit harder, because it was a little bit too soft, and my curve was a little bit too early probably, that's why I go to the wrong cushion. Okay, you see? 1, 2, curve, 3, 4. So there is also another way to play this one, which is a little bit more complicated, but I will explain anyway. When you feel that there is a big curve coming and you think, wow, it's a little bit too heavy to play hard and reverse English, and that you will go too much to the front and touch maybe 1, 2 and short cushion. It's just to play the same, but going a little bit down in the ball, but not under the center. Just eventually a little bit above the center, little bit reverse English. You see, the curve is very reduced. This is very difficult, because everybody, like me, also I like to play higher. So keep really above the center, little bit reverse English, and same shot. See, the ball stays straight like this. This one, I can tell you, in the game is very difficult. Very, very difficult even. But it's a nice way to keep the ball straight. Try one more time. So, half ball, maybe a little bit less, a little bit reverse, but almost nothing. Just above the center, but almost not, almost center. You see? Okay. This is very nice. No, there is also, you see, we had this hanger. Now I put this one, which makes almost the same reaction. Now I can play this one like this, but I have to come back here before I make my curve. To get this result, I need to put reverse English, which makes that my ball after the cushion, take the English, come here, make the curve. So this needs also a lot of quality, a lot of high in the ball, little bit reverse, little bit less than half ball. You see, this is very nice. Even you can put a little bit more. Actually, you play this in an extreme position where there is no other choice, but it's a nice solution. You see, it needs a lot of power also, even too much. But it's a nice practice shot also. And you remember probably in the week, last week I played one shot like this on the two balls here. It's actually the same system, and I will put a very nice one. It looks like not so many options to make a normal. You cannot play a roll for kids, and I can play this one here, come here, 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 and point. So this is also, it needs a little bit more power because we need one more cushion. Not too much ball because I can make the point directly. So quarter ball, little bit reverse English, and a lot of power. You see? I know it's going back this way. Okay, run, run, run. Okay, perfect, and the position. So this is a very nice position to practice also. Now we have another option for the zigzag. When the angle is a little bit like this, and you cannot play high in the ball, you cannot use the curve like this. This one you cannot play a lot of ball because if you touch too much ball, you are going this way, of course. So now you can play this one just under the center, a little bit left English. Don't put too much English, and I can show you directly why. Imagine I put maximum English. You see my ball is going back this way after I touch this cushion. I exaggerate, of course, but in the reality, if you put a little bit too much English on the left side, your ball will stay straight. So, I play, of course, I have to play thin. I play, when you can do that, you raise a little bit the cue behind, not too much. You play center, little bit under the center, one tip English. And this ball is always going this way, you see. On a short table, many times this one is very easy because after touching the cushion, it's going this way very hard. Very much, I mean. So, you see, you can put even a little bit more, raise a little bit, not too much English, and thin anyway. You see, going this way, just make the point. This is sometimes, no, the table here is still a little bit sliding, so not always very easy, but this one is the same. Raise a little bit, try to touch perfect. You see? This is a very nice, this is a little bit difficult also, but because the touch and the speed are very important. For example, when we are very close to this ball, this is more easy. See? This one is kind of easy when you have a short distance with the second ball. Long distance, of course, very difficult. So many times, also when the ball is, when you play high and the ball could be sliding, it's also an option to play. This one I can play same. You see, normally I should not, but it's an option. You see? So I have another very interesting question from some people. Don't worry that this video will be published on my Facebook page and on my YouTube channel, so you can always watch again later. People ask me how you, or I do, or what is the best way to make a draw. Let's say we are talking probably about a big draw. Let's put like just a normal, what is normal? Just a draw like this, which sometimes is a good option when you have no, let's say, let's put like this. So anyway, what I do, the technique of the shot is very important. The left hand, the forehand, is very important. Even the ball is coming back here, you don't have to jump with your hand, because when you jump and you move even a little bit the forehand, you can lose all the intensity of the draw. So this one, also I like to play with the maximum English, which makes the line sometimes more easy for the third cushion. So let's make this one. I just put almost full, because actually I should look from here. See? After I touch the white ball, where I have to go? 1, 2, 3. So it's not full, it's a little bit less than full ball. So I always, when I draw, it's always a little bit more easy when you raise a little bit the cue in the back, not exaggerating, a little bit. And you put a little bit more distance, more easy. A good intensity on the ball, not too hard, not harder than necessary, but normally you need a lot of heat. So I missed a little bit, I play a little bit too high, that's why I'm too short. So, okay. This is better. So this is not too hard, because I don't need to make 7 cushion. It's not necessary to shoot like crazy for this shot, because you have to know what is your limit also technically. So same. Actually, I put a little bit too much ball, but so I want to show also a very nice ways of raising the cue a little bit. On position will look very easy, but if I want to play the white ball and play 1, 2, 3, 4 cushion, there could be a very big kiss, because the white ball is coming quickly here. If I don't change something. So when I want to be first and no kiss, I just raise a little bit, even much more, and you will see my ball will be very far of the kiss. You see? So another very nice example. Imagine you cannot play from this side. White ball is 2 centimeters from the short cushion, and I want to play like this. I can't play like this, 1, 2, 3. But this one is kissing here very quickly. If I touch normal way, or no, what I change, I play a little bit less ball, but less ball, so I cannot draw here. I will be here. So, and I just raise the cue behind. I make some kind of, it's not really massé, but something like this. So my ball will be very quick and not very hard. You see, okay, I can miss the kiss by few centimeters, which should not be possible if I don't do that. So no, look, it's 1 centimeter from the cushion. You should think it's not possible. There's always kissing, but like this. Well, it will be very close. You see, very close to the kiss, but no kiss. So this is very interesting way of avoiding kiss. Sometimes, also when you raise the cue a little bit, you make also the second ball slower, let's say. Now imagine I want to make a. This looks also sometimes so very impossible. And we are not talking about artistic or fantasy or whatever. I have this one in 3 cushion, which is very, very difficult. And I want to draw from the white ball to the short cushion. It looks very, very, very heavy, but look, the touch of the ball I cannot teach you, but the technique a lot of ball, raise the cue, English, and just draw. So, you see, the draw is very easy, eh? No, I put a little bit more ball, little bit more speed. You see? Okay, but you see, the touch of the ball is very difficult, of course, but you see the draw I make, I put 1 meter 20 too much. So imagine you have this one, no, I put a short distance. And you think this is hard, this is very heavy, very hard. Actually, look, I don't shoot very hard. Eh? So I exaggerate a little bit, but look even at the speed. So it's just enough. No, I need, if I want to make it more comfortable, because this is a little bit too much, too slow, just shoot a little bit. You see, very easy to give too much. So, short, raise the cue, English. You see, almost nothing to do by the force. You use a little bit of physical reaction of the ball. So, for example, also this one, imagine I want to play this one. Draw like this, it's very difficult, of course, we know it's a little bit difficult. I want to make this one, I'm just not looking for the kiss now, but raise a little bit the cue, not maximum English. And you see, no, almost no kiss. So try, raise the cue, not maximum English, make the curve after the cushion, and you see it's very easy to get this result. Actually, when you make what we were talking last week about banana, if you raise the cue a little bit, or this one, let's talk about this one. You need a little bit draw here, even like this. You don't have to raise too much, it's not necessary, but a little bit can help. A little bit, look at this. Make a little bit curve, there is almost nothing to do by force. The raising of the cue makes actually very, very easy draw. Look. See? If you need very nice renversé, same, you raise a little bit. Too much. You see, it's very easy to give too much draw when you raise the cue on the back. Little bit raised. Oh, too much. Okay. So actually, I don't need to raise the cue too much. See? Very easy draw. So when also there is kind of position like this, if I put this one, and I'm afraid about this kiss and I want to play less ball, maybe put like this, and it's a little bit, I can just raise the cue to have the draw, the easy draw. So not too hard, less ball, you see? Very easy to draw when you just raise a little bit the cue. So, I hope you enjoyed the day today. I hope you learned something. Really sorry for the technical defect in the beginning. And I will publish this one on my page very soon. I will publish on my Facebook, my YouTube channel. So, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed like I did. And hopefully see you very soon. Thank you.
máximo que he visto 8.
¿Verdad?